Hello, everyone. This is J. Daniel Woodstock. So happy to have you. Thanks for tuning in to Woodstock Games. Now, we have been having an excellent time. I recently posted a video about how AI is destroying my board game business because of a mishap I had with one of the games we're developing called Terraform, where we reached out to an artist to do the art for us, and they ended up using some AI-assisted things in our art. And for us, that completely is against what we're wanting to do. It's meaning that we've spent hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars on art just to need to redo it. And for a small board game company like myself, that is devastating. Now, you may be wondering, why does it matter? Why does AI matter? Why are board game people, of all people, even care about AI art? Like, what the heck? Who knew Monopoly created such passion in people? Now, I mainly just said that to trigger all of you actual board game people. Hopefully it worked, who knows. But our last video got 122 comments, all ranging from people infuriated with AI, some people saying, that's dumb, just keep going. So I just really wanted to let everyone know the why behind why the board game community is so against AI and why some people are on the fence. I want to give you the facts as non-biasedly as I can to let you make your own decision. Personally, I think AI is kind of fun to mess around with and to create and do cool things, and it's an excellent tool that can be used. So why am I so against using it in a business format as a board game designer? Well, let's talk about how AI art works. Now, AI art, when it originally came to be, was very different from what it is now. Lots of the original AI art was basically comprised of a bunch of databases of hundreds and thousands of photos all jam-packed together to where you could type in, I want a cat shooting basketball. It would be sweet if I was good enough to come up with an AI image of a cat shooting basketball. We'll see. If you see it, I was ambitious. If you don't see it, I was not ambitious in the editing process. But if you did that, what the AI would do is they would search through all the database, they would find basketball images, and they would find cat images, and they would smash it together and then print that out for you. Now, lots of people still assume that AI art kind of works in this same world. So when they see people using AI art, they feel like they are stealing art from existing artists out there because the AI is just stealing images from the internet, smashing it together, and giving it to you as if it is an original piece of content. Now, the reality is it has become, now that we're in like the third, fourth, fifth generation of AI art, it has become so much more complicated than that. So much so that I tried to watch like a couple hour videos on AI art just to figure it out, and it's very proprietary. But let's say that you wanted a yellow image. It would search through all the yellow image, but essentially it's no longer just picking out pieces of art and slashing it together. It's picking out 20 different variable lengths, going and creating ones and zeros that then pop out an image of what is that. So it is a lot more regular, more original than it maybe once was. But where it starts becoming really hairy is when you're putting in a prompt for an AI, you can tell it to have the same artistic print as an existing artist. Let's take Van Gogh, for instance. A lot of people know what Van Goghs look like. Now, if you wanted to have a cat shooting basketball, but you wanted it to look like Van Gogh, you could put that in the prompt. And now you have a cat shooting basketball that looks like Van Gogh, which would be a sweet artistic endeavor for someone like myself to try to do manually, because it takes years of practice to be able to copy something like that. But now it is sourcing original Van Gogh art to give this cat shooting basketball a Van Gogh feel, doing very similar art styles. And so these artists, now Van Gogh is no longer with us, right? So he can't really be upset about it. But now, what if it uses an artist that still exists today? And someone says, I want this person's style. And then now this art has an existing artist's style in the cat shooting basketball situation. This creates kind of an awkward situation where the AI, though kind of puts something original together, is stealing a specific art style of someone that still exists today. Now, there are artists out there that feel excited of the prospect of their art style being used in AI, but there's some that are still very against it. And I would say that is where a lot of the source of contention goes. Because when you're using AI art, you don't know if you're using it and it's being sourced ethically or if it's not being sourced ethically. And now let's talk about, let's say it is being sourced ethically. What about everyone, all of the real artists out there? I know quite a few art, like let's look at Stonemaier Games. Their art is fantastic. You see the beautiful birds and dragons and all sorts of things, right? It's gorgeous. Part of the reason why I get some of Stonemaier Games is because the art is just spectacular. Sometimes I will buy games directly off of the art, / will go buy a game because I know a certain artist did the art for that game, and I know they only attach themselves to games worth playing. So now when you take that away, you're no longer supporting a real person or artist that created something beautiful that you can see over and over again. In fact, my whole house is decorated in board game boxes. Would I really want to be doing that if it was just AI generated art? Probably not as much. Probably not as cool. So I think this is where a lot of the board game community really wishes to support real live artists. They want to keep the board game culture to be supporting real artists doing real art. And we want to do that as well. And as just a business owner, if I see that the general board game community would rather me not use AI art, I don't want to use it. I want to create something that you guys can know and love. So hopefully this kind of helps clear up some things. I know I'm not the expert in this stuff, but if you did enjoy some of the things I said, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.